Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Edoggz Reviews. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Transformers Buzzworthy Bumblebee Evil Predacon Terrorsaur. I picked this up at Target maybe about a few days ago. It was the only one on the shelf. On top of that, I do not have it in my collection. We're also going to be talking about the golden disc in this video, even though I don't own it, but it will come up. So let's get into it. So here is the front of the box. We have the word Transformer. Over here in the right hand corner, we have Terrorsaur in his oak mode, Buzzworthy Bumblebee, Evil Predacon Terrorsaur on the bottom. We have Optimus Prime on the lower corner. I do not know who this person is right here. And we have RC at the top. We have Terrorsaur on this side of the box. Shooting out with his left hand side. It says Transformer Legacy on the bottom. The back of the box, we have him in his robot mode. It takes 22 steps to transform into his oak mode. The top of the box, and then we have the bottom of the box. Now, just in case you did not know, this is a repaint and retooling of Airazor. We'll get to her sometime soon. The only difference right now between the two is the way how they're packaged. This one is held in by plastic straps, while this one is packaged with the twine. That's the only difference right now. Now, it does include one weapon, which is his plasma rifle. Very nice. No other colors to pick it out. We'll get to that in a second. And you can put it in either hand. Does not matter. And he also comes with these two, I'm not so sure what they're called. I don't want to say claws or a scale, whatever the hell these things are. But it's separate from the figure. You have to put it on there. And that's it. So let's get a close up of what it looks like. Main color is red. We have the blue breaking up on the elbows, the waist, the front shins, the knees, and the helmet. We have this nice lime green for the scales here. You get a close-up of his face. It's painted really nice and white. His eyes are a little lighter green than the lime that's here, which is fine. We have this from the side. We have this from the back, which we have more lime green on top of the pterodactyl head and the tail. We have this side as well. The only difference between this figure and the golden disc is that all those blue parts are silver, and it breaks up the red much better, including the gun. So if you want to pay more money for the golden disc, fine, that's great. If you're looking to save some cash, you go with this one. Now, since we're talking about cash, let's talk about QC issues. This was $30. My first impressions of the articulation was that his left foot is loose, but it's not too loose. This one is a tiny bit better. This left leg is loose. This one has tension to it. Bicep, tad loose. This one has tension. So everything on the right hand side is fine. Everything on the left hand side is not. There is waist articulation, but it is blocked by the tail. Plus, you only need to use it when you're transforming it in the first place. Another thing is that he can turn to his left, but it gets stopped by this red thing that's on the shoulder. Same thing on the opposite way. It is on the table, so you can probably get a tad bit up, and that's about it. You tie a bit down if you want to. He has this really nice red mohawk, and that is it for that. Another thing is that these wings will come off during the video. They could have put like a like one of those pins, the clip pins, to pop that in there so it would never come out in the first place. but they will come out. In fact, they came out a bunch of times upon opening it. Not sure why that is. Another thing is somewhere in the design, they wanted to go with pins. There are 4 holes in the wings. 1, 2, 3, 4. They were supposed to be pins. They decided to go with the friction clips. And we're going to talk about that once we start transforming it. Now, there is a ratchet system, so to speak, in this joint right here. And that is just for the alt mode. There's nothing for the ankles. I may have to find nail hardener to put on the ball joint, or I might have to buy that product that turns into rubber and just make that into a rubber ball joint. So this way I won't have to fiddle it with the figure that often. So articulation wise, let's get rid of this gun real quick. So we're going to go all the way back like so. Like that. It's going to hit the backpack all the way back this way. And that's about it. Outward movement. That's about it. Bicep. You can go 360 degrees if you want to. Elbow. About that far. But if you want to use the wrist to give it a little more, you can. So you have about that much. The wrist does not move, by the way. Legs come out to there. Knee can go all the way back more than 90 degrees. I would say that's about either 170 or 160 degrees or something like that. Maybe 180. No, well, not 180, but I would say 170, something like this. Let's bring the arm up. Legs go up that much for the transformation. And they do swivel as well for the transformation. This side, you only could go about this far until it hits the backpack. And then we take the lower leg to bring this all the way back to his back. All right, so let's do a quick comparison to some buddies that he has in common with. So we're going to bring in Starscream, of course. We're going to bring in another clone, Skywarp, and last but not least, where is he? We have Astro Chain. He has the shoes to boost his height just a tad bit. And they all have that one thing in common where they just try to take over the Decepticons or Predacons in this video. Another thing, speaking of which, none of the Predacons have their symbols except for Meg's Black Arachnia. Scorponok does have a symbol, but you can't really make it out. It's on his shoulder. I'll try to put that on camera in a second. But you can't really make it out. He doesn't have his symbol either. I'm not exactly sure what's on the Golden Disc version. So once I get my hands on it at a good price, I'll do a comparison video between the two. Let's get into transformation, shall we? So we need to brighten up the killer. For some odd reason, it has gone down. Don't make it too bright. And we're going to start the transformation. So first thing you want to do is you want to take the lower leg here. You want to turn this all the way around so that the pterodactyl feet faces you. Same thing on the other side. Turn this all the way around like so. You should have that. To save us some trouble, let's unfurl this backpack So you want to open this up, fold this out like so. Same thing on this side. You want to unfurl this, bring this out like so. It's gonna save you some headache a little bit. Next, we want to undo the tail like so, and you want to turn this around like that. Take the tail, push it back down. Right. Take the arm, bring this up, and you want to fold inwards like this on this elbow, and you want to take the wrist and you want to fold inwards again. So it should be something like that. So something like this, you should have something like this. I'll make the correction on the next one. So take the arm, bring this out, and you want to fold at this blue piece. Right? Turn, fold down. So it's going to go like this. Something like that. Next, you want to open up the backpack like this. And you need to get underneath the chest, because you need to rock this upwards, and I'll show you that in a second. So you rock this upwards, right? So you should have enough room to push the head back. So you just take the head, push this back, it's going to clip into place. Underneath the chest, you're going to have these two blue things right here, one on this side, one on that side, and that's going to bring it up and down when you go into a different mode. While we're here, we're going to take the hands. You want to plug them into this little square here, like so, and like so. Take the leg. You want to bring the leg up like this. Bring it out, turn that. Let's get that ready. Bring this leg up like so, out, turn, and it's supposed to go in like this, right? And while you're doing so, in this motion, you want to bring the lower leg down like that, because you're going to need clearance. Same thing on this side. You want to bring this down because you need clearance. And you want to peg these in to the sides. You want to peg this into the side, right? If you haven't done so, you want to switch this around to where the pterodactyl feet is facing you, and you can bring these down on that ratchet. This one doesn't have the ratchet. This little piece right here, this piece right here, doesn't have that ratchet feature. It's just there. It's not really doing much. This one does have it. So just want to make sure I got all of this in the right place. Now these claws can kind of get in the way because you gotta manage those. That's okay. I could just plug that back in. All right, turn this way. Okay, so we got the feet done. You want to bring the backpack down. You want to turn the head, the pterodactyl, and you want to bring it over like so. The one thing to note is that the neck doesn't sit flush with the shoulder. Maybe AirRaiser has a better way of doing that, or a better version of this or something like that. But it would have been cool if this would sit flush with this plastic. And there he is in this pterodactyl mode. His gun does not fit anywhere in this mode. It's a shame. They could have put something down here, to plug into, or maybe put a small peg, something like that. But it's okay. It's all right. I got a place for it. Now his mouth does open and his teeth are painted in yellow to break away from the red. We're going to sit him down and we're going to do some comparisons while he's in this mode. Let's fix him up a little bit. He kind of, see, there you go. There you go, that wing. I knew it was going to fall off. It takes some doing to get him to stand. But once you get it, there you go. Let's bring in some dinosaurs. Where are you? Let's bring in Grimlock. Oh, come on. Not you. Not you. Oh, okay, there we go. And we're going to bring in Slag. Now, the real pterodactyl would stand about 18 feet tall. Next to a robotic pterosaur will probably be about 12 feet. The pterodactyl will have a wingspan somewhere between 6.5 to 32 feet. It will weigh somewhere between 2 pounds, probably when it's a little chick, or whatever you want to call it, to about 10 pounds. Now, Slag would stand about maybe 9.5 to 9.8 feet if that was a real, real thing. And Grimlock will stand about maybe 12 feet. Give or take or so. There it is from that side. And let's do one more. Please don't fall backwards. And that's what they look from this side. We're going to transform them back and conclude this video. So we're going to do this backwards, and we're going to unpeg the legs like so, like that. You want to undo the tail like so. Bring the legs down like this, excuse me. Lower leg down, bring the feet down. Turn the feet. Turn this around like so. Bring the lower leg down. And the feet is correct. Take the arms, bring those out. You want to undo the neck, bring this back, close the mouth, turn this around like so, bring this back, and that's on like a little thud for the neck, so it's going to sit there solidly. It's not going to move around or anything crazy. So you want to bring this up, right? When you get in here, when you use your nail or a spudger, some sort of thing, and you bring his head out, get underneath his chest. You want to bring this down like so. This is going to all peg together. Take the backpack. You want to smoosh it together, make sure that's locked into place. Turn this piece around, his waist. Turn this around, his lower leg. Turn around this part. And that is it for the legs. Bring up the wrists, like so. And like so. Turn. and turn. All right, so we're gonna put his gun back in his hand. We're going to manage the wings. We're going to double up. All right. Sometimes it works. Now this is another reason why that that peg should, that's why the peg shouldn't be the way it is. It should have been a pin. But no worries, this is fixable. All right, hold on. I gotta take it off camera. Okay, now I'm back. So the best way to do these wings is you need to make sure that this piece right here, this little tab is on the outside. And what I like to do is I like to shift inwards. So it should be something like that. That's the easiest way of doing it. And if you do any other way, you're gonna pop the wings off. So let me just fix these legs. Got to do a little bit of balancing act. Are you going to stay? Going to stay, right? Hold on. Okay, now it's going to stay. Now let's bring in some of his peoples. Okay, so we're going to bring in Black Arachnia. And we're going to bring in Scorponok. And we're going to bring in Waspinator. And that's how that look. Now, I just want to point out a couple of things is wrong with this. Just me, per se. The scaling for these guys are a little bit on the short side. Megatron, of course, is the tallest out of all of them, followed by Terrorsaur, Tarantulas, Bumblebee. Oh God, Black Arachnia. I want to say is a toss-up between Waspinator and Scorponok. I think Scorponok might be the shortest out of all of them. Another thing is I hope we get a bigger figure, and the reason why I say that is because of Season 1, Episode 6, which is called Power Surge. Terrorsaur finds a floating island of raw, stable energon. He gets caught up in some kind of aftershock, which pushes him into the energon, and he gets bigger. It's kind of sort of the same in Transformers Prime, where Starscream had a deluxe figure, and then everybody complained about it, and then somehow he ended up with I think it was either a Voyager class figure or a Leader class figure to make everybody happy. So I hope we get like a large deluxe figure on this. I'm not saying it has to be a Voyager or anything like that, but he should be a little bit taller. Now, to show you what's coming up next, let's move these guys forward. We have found the movie masterpiece number 13, Blackout. Today at Target, we'll get into a comparison with the Studio Series version. And as you know, I might just keep that one in alt mode and keep this one in vehicle mode, or vice versa, somehow, some way, something. But please stay tuned for that. And there's a story behind this. You know, there's always a story. The funny thing about it is that I still haven't not seen a sludge in my area. That's one part of the funny story. So if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. If you're not subscribed, please do. It will be helping me out to make more videos for you. And as always, we have a lineup of stuff just waiting to do videos on. So be on the lookout for those. There are more trips I'm planning to go on before the summer is out, which is somewhere around like mid-August or something around there, like 3rd of August or something, like when fall starts or something like that. So yeah, stay tuned for that. And there's going to be a couple of more toy conventions, which are falling on either a Saturday or a Sunday. And those videos will go up on Tuesday. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.